Hello everyone, this is Bellic, and I'm going to try to make a tutorial here for you um, to show you how to set up your character with MCCustomizer. Um, this is it's technically not a new project. It's been, I've been working on this one for like about 3 or 4 days now, just messing around, making sure that everything was working. There were a few bugs, so I kept restarting the video, fixing the bugs, restarting the video, fixing the bugs. Hopefully there aren't any major bugs here that feel game breaking. So anyhow, let's get started. The first thing you want to do when you open up a new project, of course, is I recommend downloading Cinti's Polygon module Fantasy Heroes first, if you have it, because that'll help you follow along in this video. So you want to import that. Excuse me. I've already imported it, but for the sake of the tutorial, come on. I be impatient when it comes to loading or importing stuff during a tutorial, because, you know, video. Okay. So yeah, you would import all this. And then the next thing you want to import, of course, is my MCCustomizer. Right there. It'll have dependencies. You want to make sure you install those, but they are already installed. And then, of course, import everything. Once you've done that, then you want to go to Tiny Wanna Games MCCustomizer Scenes and open up Character Customization. It's the first scene. Once you've opened that, and you've obviously you've imported Tiny Wanna Games, you'll want to right click that and then go to, right here, add scene and show build settings. That's going to open build settings for you. I've already added the scene, so once you've done that, then you can drag load a character in. Of course, you could do it the old-fashioned way and just open build settings and open or add both scenes. Also, for the purpose of this tutorial, you don't have to be in WebGL building, but you'll want to make sure that your game is set to the WXGA 1366 by 768, because that's what the tutorial or the demo was designed for. Okay, so everything's imported. You've added the scenes to the build setting. And the next thing we want to do is, excuse me, we want to go to Polygon Fantasy Heroes, materials, and you want to duplicate this. Duplicate it, add it to materials over here. Okay. after you've done that, we go to base prefabs, and in this window, and we want prefabs, the modulo characters. We want to remove, I've already removed it, but it will have, let's go here, show you this one. Oh, that's gone too because I removed it on the base prefab. Okay, well, it will have a character randomization script on it, and that's for Cinti's demo purposes. So we remove that component, but we do it on the base hero or the base character, so that when we create the base character, I said that wrong. I apologize. We do it on the preset character, so when we duplicate it over, we don't have to worry about removing it on the new one, right? And I say we're duplicating it over, but that's not exactly what we're doing. God, I'm doing very poorly, right? Making this tutorial for you guys. I'm sorry. Back in Tiny Wanna Games prefabs, base prefabs, we're going to right click. We're going to create. We're going to come down to Tiny Wanna Games, and we are going to create Cinti Studios character prefab. And what this does is it makes a completely naked, not completely naked because, you know, underwear, but it creates the base character for us, so we don't have to manually set all that up. So the next thing we want to do, we're going to open this, and we're going to search for CHR underscore because, you know, select all. We come back to materials, and we're going to replace the material with the one that we duplicated. This will help isolate our color tone changes to this prefab, right? Excuse me. What else do we need to do there? Nothing else there. Also, if you choose to create a base prefab for making NPCs, you know, for cranking out, you know, saving prefabs and whatnot after you've modified them, you're going to want to have a material duplicated for each of them, so that you're not you know, changing the colors of the other prefabs you've saved. At least that's my recommendation. You can try doing the NPCs without duplicating the materials again. You know, because oh, I lost my word. Experiment. There we go. So we have updated our prefab with the material. So now what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate that into the prefab, player prefab rather. I did that by control dragging and dropping. And we're going to rename this one player 1 01, right? Because that's the way I like to name it. And we're going to open it. We're going to set up the majority of the character, at least our player, here, right? We could have done it on the base prefab, probably should have, but I prefer to leave that one not set up in case I want to set it up differently for the NPCs. But that's the reason why I don't set up the base one. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Now that we have our base player prefab set up, excuse me, we're going to come down into scripts and let's lock that guy. We're going to select both of these and add them both. I prefer to have the material customizer up at the top, so drag the color customizer to the bottom for myself, and we're going to set up the materials first. Just go ahead and add the material there. Don't worry about this because this is a scene dependent item. We're going to populate parameters. I like to get rid of the top items there, specifically the ones who we're not going to be customizing on the player at the moment. So we're gonna remove metal dark, leather, the other metal, another leather rather, the secondary and primary. Excuse me. And we don't have to worry about setting any of this up here because that's all scene dependent. And you'll notice that predefined colors comes predefined. That is because all of the colors are referenced in my where did I put it? It should be here, right? I think. Yes, here. Predefined colors script. I had that open in another scene. Let's bring this over here. So all of our predefined colors are located in this script. You'll see that we have predefined colors for body art colors, for the eye colors, for hair colors, and then I've included some default colors for like the leather primary and secondary, metal dark primary and secondary, for all the parameters for the Cinti prefabs. These colors technically, these colors can work for other modular characters as well, like blinks. You just want to make sure that that you have set up the materials correctly, because this predefined color script is not actually it's not Cinti character dependent. I just named the predefined color types after the Cinti models, because that's how this was originally designed, was to work for just Cinti models, and then I decided to make it more modular. Anyway, if you want to edit this, of course, by all means, go ahead. You can add more colors, you can remove some of the colors. It's up to you. You might decide that you don't like the body art colors that I've set up, you know, because there's a lot of gray tones in here. You might want to get rid of those, or you might want to get rid of a couple of them. Up to you. So this has been set up and populated. We can apply changes and then minimize that. Now I go into my customizer script. We are going to drag the player prefab in here. We're also going to drag the player prefab in here because it has the material color customizer in it. Now, showing the customer the custom GUI is completely optional, but I do recommend using it after we have set up the variants. What we're going to do is we're going to add one, add two, expand it. This one's going to be female. This one's going to be male. And then we want female parts there. We want male parts there. Variant button is scene dependent. So now we've got those there. We can show the custom GUI. GUI. I do recommend reading over this, but I'm gonna read over it for you. If you want to just drag a game parent or an object and only have that game object or parent added by itself to a tab, then you can do that just by using a standard drag and drop. No key modifiers required for that. If you want to add the children of a parent as individual groups, so one item per group, you will hold shift while dragging it. Technically I worded that wrong. You want to start the dragging action before holding down shift, because Unity acts a little wonky if you try to hold shift or any of the modifier keys first. So select the items, start dragging, and then add the key modifiers before you drop the items onto a tab. Okay. If you want to add children of a parent to a tab as one group, one coherent group, then you'll use Control while dragging, and that should add all the children to one individual group. Personally, I do not recommend trying to add multiple parents at the same time. Doing that, it can get a little wonky, but there's another situation where you can do that I'll show you a little bit later. So if you hold shift and control, what that's going to do is it's going to add the children of a parent or multiple parents and sort them into their own groups. Children with matching numbers in their names are going to be grouped together. So like arms 01, 02, 03, 04, they're going to be separated differently. Okay, but if you have arm 01, leg 01, body 01, those should all be added into one group. 02, 02, 02 into another group, and so on. That's what should happen if you drag in a parent or parents using shift control. And if you want to add all the children of multiple parents, I believe, is that how I set it up, shift control alt while dragging the parent objects in, and all the children will be added into one combined group, disregarding the numbers. So if you add bodies parent, arms parent, legs parent to a tab, holding shift control alt and drop it in the tab, all the bodies will be in their own group, and all the heads will be in their own group, all the arms will be in their own group, that kind of a deal. I am out of water. So yeah, we're not going to be adding the root for any purposes here. What we are going to do is we're going to start off by creating our first tab, and we're going to rename this faces. I should I should resize that window. Create a new one, and we're going to rename that hairstyles. Okay, and now we're going to create a new one. We're going to name this eyebrows. Okay, and we're going to create a new one again. We're going to rename this. Let's see here. We have hairstyles, we have faces, we have eyebrows. What else do we need here? Sorry, I just want we're going to leave the head open for the moment. There we go. Yes, okay, so we have the hairstyles. Head coverings, we can minimize that one. Minimize, 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 minimize. Expand, minimize. Minimize, minimize, minimize. Leave open, minimize. Ears. And we're on females. We're not going to worry about beard here. So we have faces, eyebrows, facial hair, which we're not worrying about, and then faces, eyebrows, and hair, and ears. I think that's it for the female. We can expand here. We're going to copy the tabs, paste. Go over to male. We're here, add, rename, facial hair. Okay. Now, we set up faces and then hairstyles. We can go ahead and move hairstyles over using the arrow. We'll do that over here too. Yeah, that's fine. The rest is fine where it is. I'm going to pause recording here real quick so I can get my water. And I am back. Making tutorials is thirsty work. Alright, so we've got the male tab set up, we got the female tab set up, and now we can start dragging and dropping items. So again, if we want to add children as individual groups, we want to hold down shift. So we're going to drag hair, hold down shift, drop it in hairstyles, and voila! They are all added as individual groups. Now we're going to add an extra group that is empty. This is okay, and we're going to drop it down so that it cycles to the top of the list. And we can duplicate this to the male. And then, of course, verify that it has been done on the male. Yep. And we can do that because it's in all gender parts, right? Go back to female. We're going to move on to faces. I do recommend selecting the tab before dragging and dropping, just to be certain that you're not dragging to the selected item uh, instead of the targeted item. I think that's the best way to say that. But faces, this is where all elements come in. The all elements is, that's going to include the eyebrows and everything. It's going to allow all that to show. The no elements, those are like helmets. That, things that don't allow or should not have eyebrows showing or the faces showing, right? So we're going to drag that, holding shift now, into faces. We don't need an empty group here, because it starts off with its own 0. When it starts off with 0, 1, you want to have an empty group most of the time. Go to eyebrows. We're going to do the same thing here. No empty group. Go to ears. I'm going to drag the elf ear in here. Create an empty group because the default ear is no ear. And then that is the female setup. Now, if we want, we can add outfits. You know what? Let's go ahead and add outfits. And male can get that as well. We would normally duplicate it, but just for ease here, that was outfits, yes. Okay, going back to female, faces, eyebrows, ears, outfits. Sure enough. Let's minimize the head now, minimize the ears now, and we're going to select back attachment. Hold shift all the way down to legs, and then we can remove head, eyebrows, facial hair, female parts, the extras, and we want to drag all of this holding down shift control. So start the drag, hold down shift control, drag into outfits, and you can see here that all the items with 0, 1 were added to one group, and it's going to keep doing that. Now when we get down to 18, when we get down to 18, or rather 19, this is where the outfits start having less and less items to them. And for the sake of this tutorial, we're not going to mess with, trying to add those kind of outfits. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to expand the female again here. Come down to outfits, expand that. We want to grab group 0, drag it up to the top, and then we're going to reduce the total number of outfits to 19 so that we have the top 18 outfits as well as the naked body. We can do that there. Now we're going to minimize, and I'm going to minimize that. We're going to do the same thing here to the male. Unselect, unselect. No, we want torso. And we don't need chest attachment. We don't want the extras. Select male. Select outfits. Start dragging, shift control. Open them up. 0, 0, all the way up to the top. And 19. That is the outfits taken care of. Minimize that. We can minimize that. I'm going to go ahead and minimize that. We have male selected. I'm going to go ahead and take care of the facial here now. Empty group. Down. Ears. You know what? Add the empty group first. That's a little bit easier. I just, before I wanted to make sure that you can see that you can move these around using the arrow buttons. You can do the same thing with the tabs and the variants if you wish. Where was I? That was ears. Go to eyebrows. And, yep. By the way, this right here, if you want to force deactivation instead of a specific item, you can uncheck it, right, to exclude it from the group technically. Faces, head all helmets, hairstyles we already took care of. So hairstyles, faces, eyebrows, ears, facial hair, and outfits. Double check female. Hairstyles, faces, eyebrows, ears, and outfits. Very good. Is there anything else we need to set up? We already did that. Oh yeah, here. You don't want to have this checked on the player prefab by default, because it will override like whatever changes you make within the customization menu. So we're going to leave that unchecked for now. Current variant index just allows us to see that we are in fact in the first or second index, right? It also lets us see that our editor script has updated the UI when we've selected the male variant versus the female variant, right? So we're pretty much done with this prefab here. Now that we have set that up, we're going to go ahead and drag it right in the character container, and you'll see that all the items we set up are now here already, and we don't have a scene mismatch. That's very important. So we can go ahead and hide the custom GUI now, and we're going to set up the colors first. I have set up my color customizer to show options for either next and previous buttons, for using a slider, for using a color picker with the UI, with my included color picker UI, or a predefined color drop-down menu. The drop-down menu is a new addition, and we want to make sure, and I actually forgot this, so we're going to go back in here. We want to make sure that we change the the predefined color types to what they should be. So hair colors, skin tones is good. Stubble, scars for scars, eyes for eyes. That's stubbles. That's not what I wanted. Eye colors. Okay, double check. We have eyes are eyes. Body art is not skin tones. It should be body art. Scar colors is scar colors. Stubble for stubble. Skin tones for skin tones. And hair colors for hair colors. Good deal. Backing out and double checking that our changes have stuck. Hair colors, skin tones, stubble, scar, body art, and eye colors. Very good. Go ahead and expand all this. Excuse me. I am so sorry. Okay, coming down to... that's not what I wanted. These are all body colors. Yes, good deal. So for skin tone... I'll actually start with hair. Hair color. Previous to previous. And next to next. I'm doing it this way, setting up the buttons this way instead of using the buttons on quick events, because trying to do that, it doesn't allow you to separate the variants from the in-scene UI. So that is the reason why we are assigning the buttons to the script rather than the script to the buttons, right? So up next is skin tone, previous to the previous, and nope. Fix this. Return that to none, sir. Skin tone is using slider, so we want to make sure that that goes there instead. Stubble is also going to be hair color. For the sake of this video, scar is going to be related to skin tone. Body art, of course we have a body art, and this is a drop down, so it goes to predefined color drop down, and then eyes I chose to use a color picker. Now let's make sure we have this right. Eyes gets eyes and is eye color. Body art gets the drop down and is body art. Colors gets the slider for scar colors. Stubble gets the previous and next buttons for hair and is stubble colors. Skin gets pre-tone slider for skin tone and skin tones here. Color hair gets hair color next and previous with hair colors here. Okay, so that is the materials. We can minimize that. Actually, double check something here. Color picker UI. I knew I was missing something. That is right here. Color picker dialog. There we go. Now we can minimize that. I'm actually getting hungry. Open with variants. Female, male. We want to make sure that all of that is expanded, including outfits. We don't need the groups expanded, however. Common materials. You know, that is not really certain that that actually needs to exist anymore. I was using common materials here when I had the character analyzer in the asset, but the character optimizer was not updating the materials correctly. I say optimizer, I did. The prefab analyzer was not setting up the materials correctly, so I kind of just threw my hands up in the air and then deleted it. We want, let's start off with the variant buttons. Variant male goes here. Variant female goes here. We don't actually need to put the name in there. It was just there for me. And I guess we can start with the female now. Hairstyles, previous, and next. Faces, previous, and next. Eyebrows, previous, and next. Ears, previous, and next. Outfits, of course, previous, and next. Oh, excuse me. Repeating that process here. I am now thinking that I could have included the buttons before I duplicated the variant. That probably would have made things a little bit easier, but we would still need to set up the beards after that, right? So again, hairstyles, previous and next. Faces, previous, and next. Eyebrows, previous, and next. Ears, previous, and next. Facial hair, previous, and next. Outfits, previous, and next. Alright, now I do not believe that the customizer script is set up to automatically activate and deactivate beard. This is because of the Blink Studio models having mustaches and sideburns as individual customization options along with facial hair, or rather beards. Right, so they have 3 different types of facial hair. They have the beards, they have the mustaches, they have the sideburns. 3 of them, right? Yay, I can count. Where am I at? I have lost my thought. We set up all that. We need the reset button. Right there. Okay. And I believe that was all of that. I was talking about the beards, and there was a reason. Yes, because we want to make sure that female variant This we do want to set up. We want to add an on-click event, assign the beard to it, and set the game object active here, but mark it false. And then for the male, you want to have the same thing, but mark it true. Okay, that's pretty much it there. And I believe if we test this, there's music. Okay, so our gender buttons work. Hairstyle works there. Face, that's working. Eyebrows are working. Ears are working. And outfits are working. Oops. There we go. This is one of the things that I wanted to fix in the tutorial. This is what I was talking about, where the outfits have less and less items to them, right? This particular outfit did not include hands. There's only like 18 hands, 18 different versions of hands, but we had like what, 29 different outfits? So that's close to 10 or 11 outfits that don't include hands. And because of this, let's pause that. I say pause, but stop it. We are going down to the player. We're going to re-enable the custom GUI. Start off with the female outfits all the way down to 18. And you will see that there are no hands. So yes. Oops. Lock you. We want 0 zeros. We're going to add those right there. Okay, and what that should do, yep, that adds the hands to that outfit. Okay, and save. Okay, this is the other problem. I forgot to set the drag, didn't I? Oops. I did. Okay, but you'll see here that now it's missing hands. This is a bug. I would consider this a bug. The hands exist in every other outfit. So I'm not entirely sure why it does that. And how did I fix it? I'm trying to remember. Is it? Yeah, okay, they are gone for sure. I wanted to make sure of that. I don't remember how I fixed it. How did I fix it last time? How did I fix it? I don't remember. I don't remember. Yeah, so we have left hand, right hand here. they already exist. So, yeah. Is it because they're not in the same location? Let's try moving it up here and here. Oops, too far, too far. Okay, yes. All right. Okay, they're back here now. I did that. I edited that in play mode. Let's see if it's stuck. It did not. That's okay. Save. Let's see if that fixed it. No, it did not fix it. How did I don't remember how I fixed that. So for the purposes of this video, I'm going to remove that outfit. Because like I said, I don't remember how I fixed that, and I've got to look into that more. So yeah, for the sake of this video, we're going to remove that outfit, and that should resolve the problem. It's at least a temporary solution, right? Most of the time, you're not going to want to use the outfits because you'll have your own inventory system, and those inventory systems should still work with this modular kit. It's just that you know, it will save the customization options for the faces instead of including the outfits, right? Yeah. So we will scroll down here, and outfits will reduce that to 18. And 18. Just easier for me to do it that way. Let's double check the outfits. Okay, very good. I think I might be able to fix that in the script by what was I thinking? Something to do with the order of operations. What's supposed to be happening is the script is supposed to deactivate everything that was in the previous group, or everything that is within all of the groups within that tab, before it actually goes through and activates them. But I think the script is skipping the second 00 hands, because they already exist in items, or in the first group. Let me try something here. I don't believe undo works. Yeah, no, undo did not work. So we're going to add, let's do CHR underscore 18. No, that's 19. No, that's 10. 18. And we're going to add a group. rid of the mail stuff. Drop that in. Select the mail stuff. There's no knee attachments there, is there? That's right, this is for mail. We already have 18 here. You know what? No, I'm just gonna. What I was gonna try to do is see whether or not moving the 00 items, you know, the naked version, to the end of the list. But I honestly don't think it's gonna matter. I think I have to edit it, have to update the script, figure out what's actually going on there. Delete. Going back to male, female outfits. 18. Delete. Okay, now we should be able to test the playing. The hands are back. Outfits work again. So now let's double check the, yep, okay, there's our skin tones. There's our hair color. There's our eye color. And notice it says not the scars. So that's not what I wanted. I wanted faces. Alright, so that's a tattoo. Yep, that color's working. Yep, that's working. Alright, let's go ahead and choose a hairstyle. Let's change the face, change the eyebrows to something easily identifiable. Ears, outfit, we already changed those, but I'm going to choose a different one here. Let's go with red. That's good. Confirm. Yep. Okay. So this is where we realize that we need to set up the second scene, and that's okay. Go to the previous scene, and you'll see it's reset the character on us. So pause there. Make sure this scene is saved, and we want scene 2. Go spawn point. We want to make sure that the player spawner is on there. Choose player 1 and the spawn point. Main camera gets the camera controller script, which is located in tools, I believe. Yes. The customizer camera gets the rotate with mouse in raw image script. Here we want to set up, we don't actually want to set up here. we're going to use the player tag. Of course, you might want to change the height and distance there. Technically, this doesn't need to be done, but I have it there anyway. This is more for like if you want to include the customization UI for reasons like changing a character's appearance in game after character creation, right? Like a customization mirror or something like that, or World of Warcraft's barber. Yeah. Be sure nothing else needs setting of the up. Back button, yep. Okay. That should be good. Once again, double checking, yeah. Going back here. Let's double check the character display camera. We can use player tag there as well. We just want to make sure that this is set up as a player. Let's double check that. That's not the main camera. Main camera is here. I don't like where it is, but that's tagged main camera as well. Good. I don't think there's anything else I need. Save, and let's try again. There, now we have dragging. Let's try a man this time. Yeah, let's do the man bun. Face is not working. Why are you not working, faces? Eyebrows are also not working here. Why not? Here's what? Come on. Okay, facial hair. That's and outfits is working. So what's going on here? Did I forget some buttons? Double check. Yeah, we are on current index. Okay. Male faces. I forgot to set those up? What? Did I forget to set those up? I don't think I forgot to set those up. Huh. Okay, I guess I did. So faces, all elements, hold down shift, eyebrows, ears, oops. Too many here right there. Wait for it to stop. I clicked too many times. Okay. Let's do this a little bit faster, shall we? Male. Yeah, this one. Ears. There we go. Facial hair was good. And outfits was good, right? Alright. Good. Good. Save the prefab. Back up. Go to player prefab and let's double check our faces. Okay. Those are good. Save the scene. Alright, let's try again. Let's see, face. There we go. That's right, that's a scar, so it didn't change colors. Confirm, yep. Alright, what happened here? Alright everybody, I am back and I figured out what the problem was. What I did was I forgot to set up the confirmation button, the yes. So for this we want to make sure that we have player 1 attached here, and then we want to select MCCustomizer save current group indices. So the character was never being saved because I didn't set that up. So now that that is set up, we can hit play. Oops. We don't want that. Okay, there we go. Excuse me. Excuse me again. There's scars, so I'm not gonna, well, I'm just gonna select it. The thing anyway. Confirm. Yep. And there you go. And yeah, you can see the coroutine that does all the toggling or equipping of the outfit happen. But oops, that's not set up correctly. Excuse me. But yeah, so now you can see that it saves and loads the character correctly. Excuse me. Let's find out why that load character, why the camera's not working correctly. Alright, guys, I'm back again, and I have figured out what went wrong this time. We're going to open up the player 01. What I did was I added a target game object to the player 1 prefab, and I made that 1.5 units up. And what that's going to do here is it's going to let this is line 39. It's going to find the target on that object. In your script of the camera controller script, yours might have a lowercase t. Just make sure that you're naming your target the same as it is here, either lowercase or uppercase depending upon what it is here. And that fixes the issue of the camera not finding the target. Or it did. See what I mean? That's a lowercase. So I gotta fix that to the uppercase. Back up. And yep, there we go. This time we'll do a female. There we go. All set up. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial.